Welcome, world, to another episode of The Glory Hole. I am your host, Glory, where we talk all things hip-hop, raw, uncut, unbiased, uncensored, and at times, uncomfortable.
The Glory Hole.
It's beyond us. There's nothing I could do. What am I? There's only one thing I fear in life. No, two things. No, I'm not gonna. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only two things I'm scared of in life. God first, and the FBI. Remember when they was praying for me?
Yes, and that was a sincere prayer.
The boogeyman, aka the FBI, must have been watching that interview because roughly 2 days later, Tekashi was picked up on RICO charges. To some, the arrest of Tekashi may have been a surprise, but to others, they seen it coming a mile away.
I gotta tell you, right, because you see what happened to Bobby Shmurda, right? And Bobby Shmurda got fat joed. These people, these police, they try to set me up so many times, my They didn't like who I was, who I stood for. I wasn't this much of a nice guy or conscious when I first was out here acting crazy. They wanted to get me like him, but they got him. 1,000,000%, they are plotting on you. My nigga got a lot of energy around you. So the question is, do you want to be successful? Do you want to be the king? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to take care of your family? What do you want to do? Because I got to tell you, as an OG, as a who be around, I be lying to myself if I ain't tell you, yo, B, one move, they going to try to throw you in there. Big time.
What you just watched was someone trying to save a life. The indictment says members and associates of 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods committed, conspired, and attempted and threatened to commit acts of violence, including acts involving murder, robbery, and extortion against rival gang members and other individuals adverse to its enterprise. The thing that made Tekashi is the very same thing that could potentially lead to his downfall. It was just a matter of time before that negative energy became too much to bear. When you go to the gym and you start lifting weights when you're fresh and you're strong, but after entering that workout, your muscles start to fatigue, they start to weaken, and then you have to make a decision. Either I put the weight down, or it's gonna come crashing down on me. In Tekashi's case, he refused to put the weight down until it was too late. I don't know what it's going to take for kids to understand. This is not a lifestyle you want to live. We've seen this story 1,000 times, and the ending is usually the same. Guys get arrested, turn against each other, and start performing their greatest hits in the interrogation room once they catch wind of the amount of time they're facing in prison. Whitey Bulger, Sammy Gravano, Nicholas Calabrese, Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas, Alpo, Clarence Preacher Heatley. He was so shook, he even told on his kids. I listed those names because 90% of the federal convictions come from plea deals. And I believe this situation won't be any different. Tekashi69 took a life risk, but I'm sure he's not willing to pay with his life. When you associate yourself with individuals who have no regard for life, not even their own, that's oftentimes the price you're gonna have to pay is with your life. Either the authorities locking you up for life, or an individual on the street taking your life. Tekashi69 said in his Breakfast Club interview that he would have cried if he got 3 years in one of his previous cases. Now he finds himself in a situation where the 3 years would be a blessing compared to the mandatory minimum of 32 years that he now faces. So before you rappers go on social media and start telling on yourselves and start bragging about your gang affiliation and all the guns you have and how tough you are, remember this: your life is like a car crash. People will drive by and slow down and might even stop and look and be in awe of that crash. But eventually they'll move on to their lives and to their families while you stay and have to deal with the consequences of that crash. Bobby Shmurda, AR Ab, and now Tekashi will tell you the boogeyman is real.